What up, Messy family? Now listen, I know it's been a while since I last uploaded a video and I want to apologize about that, but we're back, alright? Now this story time, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little heavy. It's coming from a storyteller named Dirty Dan on TikTok. Pretty much, she's about to go on and tell us about how she got married in 2016 and haven't seen her husband since 2017. And catch this, they're still married. Like, could you imagine that, Messy family? Getting married to someone and they completely ghosting you. But without further ado, let's get into this.
Story time on how I got married at 21 in 2016 and have not seen the boy since 2017. And yes, we are still married. In 2014, in October, I gave birth to my son. I was 19 years old. I gave birth to my son, and me and my son's father was together until January of 2016 when I was introduced to my now husband. He was the best friend of my ex-best friend's children's father. Me and her are no longer friends. Her and her children's father are no longer together, and I do not see my husband. But we are still married. So in 2016, she introduced me to him. We started clicking, talking like immediately, like this was my boyfriend. So I had to turn around and break up with the father of my son because I was still with him. So that was January of 2016. From January of 2016, we was inseparable. I felt like I loved this man. He was a provider. He had a stable job, which I was not used to because my child's father did not have a job. I took care, like I said, that's another story, but whatever. Things that I was not used to getting. So, I'll say he was also in the military. Okay, y'all know how the hell that get. So with him being in the military, he lived on base. He had lived in the barracks, and I lived at home with my son. I lived with my grandma. I always lived with my grandma. So I was at home at my grandma's house with my son. At this time, he's 1 year old. He decides the only way for him to move out the barracks is if he gets married or if he has 50% custody of a child. I cannot physically give him 50% custody of a child that's not his because my son has a dad. Just because he ain't the best don't mean he don't have one. So the only choice I had was to get married so that both of us could move in together and we could have more freedom. We decided to do that in June, but we didn't get married until July. And this is still 2016. So at this point, I have only known the boy for 6 months because he's not even from the same city or state that I grew up in. I lived in Georgia. He's from New Orleans. Okay, so and
New Orleans. That's all I had to hear. I got some crazy experiences in number.
September of 2016, me and him broke up. It was a lot of problems going on. Like I said, I did not know Buddy for real. Like, me and him just kind of rushed into stuff. We're gonna call him Drew. Me and Drew just rushed into stuff, right? Like, he used to cry a lot. Like, he used to call his mom and be boo-hoo crying about stuff he found in my phone or just, like stuff that's going on, which I did not appreciate because I wasn't telling my family any of our business. But I mean, like, that's his mama, so what can I say? Like, for my 21st birthday, we was together. Part 2 on how I got married at the age of 21 in 2016, and I have not seen him since 2017. In 2016, I turned 21. He took me out for my 21st birthday. It's 21. I'm finally legal to drink, so I'm fucked up, y'all. I am fucked up. By the time we get back to the barracks, because this is before we had got married and moved out, I'm telling you, I'm done for. I'm blacked out. I don't really know what's going on. I remember pulling up to the barracks because I was throwing up in the meantime, so I was kind of sobering up. But I do not remember, like, falling asleep. I don't remember any of that because I knew I was already, like, drunk as a fuck. I knew exactly when I laid down, I was going to pass out. So I wake up. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I wake up to crying. And I'm a mom, so I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell is going on, But my son is not there. It's this man on the side of me. He's boo crying on the phone with his mom, like, Mom, I do everything for this girl. She talking to other niggas. And it's like, I pay for everything and I do everything. Mind y'all, I had a job. Like, I had a job. This man was not paying for everything. But I do understand where he was coming from, because he was sacrificing a lot, you know, to date somebody who has a child and to take on the responsibilities of the father, even though, like I said, my son does have a dad. He just wasn't the best. Okay. But so I wake up, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Buddy is boo-hooing, like tears. I mean, mama, I do everything. I'm like, what's going on? Who died? Like, at this point, I'm thinking someone died, until I'm really hearing what he's saying out of his mouth. And then I'm like, what the hell? Like, you went through my phone while I was sleeping? He's like, oh, you told me to go through your phone. You told me to answer your text messages. I would never tell a nigga to go to my phone. Never in life. Never. Even if I'm not doing anything, it's none of your fucking business. My friends be telling me their business in my phone, and that's not for you. Like, I would never tell any nigga, anybody to go through my fucking phone. Never. But, you know, like, that's just one instance of him crying. Like, but y'all, to be honest, I was cheating. I still was talking to my baby dad, because I loved the...
Now, I'll be trying my best. Now, I knew it. I was going to keep it to myself. I was going to keep it to myself, Messy Family. But something told me, like, why would he be assuming this stuff? And why would he wake up with the first thing in his mind? Like, what did he see? Like, you almost had me. This is a narcissist. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. I was cheating. Okay. We listen, we don't judge. I'm not judging, but I can't control how I look when you talk.
The father of my kid, he just was not a good provider. He wasn't a good nothing, except for, like, actually nothing. He just was not a good nothing. But, you know, like...
But you're still cheating with him. Women, I don't understand these type of women. I'm not trying to bash her, but I just don't understand this mentality. If the baby father is not up to par, like you say, then why are you still with him? Why are you still messing with him? Why you got a whole man at home that you're married to? She's 21 now, so I can understand, like, at this point in the mindset, it's like, you're 21. Like, you should understand that this ain't something you should be playing with. But maybe it's just me. I saw the comment section on her video, and it seemed like everybody was supporting it. So let me just listen some more and see, like, what was so big. Like, so far, she looking like the red flag, not the guy. But let's keep listening.
I done had a kid from this nigga, so I have to love him. I have to tell myself, like, hey, you got to, like, feel some type of way. You got to, because you have a kid from him. So when I met somebody who was kind of more up to my standards, I immediately knew I needed to get out of that situation. But I did not allow myself to heal or to, you know, like, break off cleanly from the father of my son. So I was still, yes, dealing with the father of my child while I was dating this boy who was the man of my dreams at the time. Part 3 of how I got married in 2016 and have not seen my husband since 2017. I am a very rough talker.
I'm starting to understand why she didn't see him. Here I was thinking he just left her up high and dry. But you wouldn't see me either, baby. You would not see me either.
I'm a talker. I'm an aggressive person, and he just, I guess, didn't like the way I used to talk to him. But he was always crying. It was always giving like, bitch. I always felt like I needed to be aggressive, because if you the girl and I'm the girl, like, somebody's gonna have to give man in this shit. So that's how I felt, because he was always acting like a little girl. Like, boo, he didn't make the best decisions. He did not make good decisions. Like, mentally, common sense decisions did not come well to him. And then he would get mad and call his mom when I used to snap on him about certain things that I just felt like, as a grown man, you should understand. But that's neither here nor there. In September of 2016, we broke up because, like I said, I cheated on him with the father of my child. The father of my child recorded...
That is not what you said in the beginning. You said this man left you and you haven't heard from him since 2017. You never said y'all broke up. If you said that, I don't think we would have watched it. Well, obviously you didn't see him because y'all broke up. But now that we here...
me cheating with him and emailed it to me because he was getting a new phone. He was going from iPhone to Android, and he said he could not take the videos with him. And so he emailed it to me so that he could have it still in his phone. At 4 o'clock in the morning on a good, like, Tuesday or something, my husband at the time wakes me up like, I know you fucking lying. with like the MacBook to my face. Like, hey, bitch, get up. Look what the fuck is in it. Like, look at what I'm looking at. So the first question I asked him was, who the fuck sent you that? How did you get that? Where are you seeing that? How did you get that? So he was like, that's not the fucking question. What is this? Like, and I could not say it was old, y'all, because my dumb ass went out and got a fucking spine tattoo with my damn husband. And the spine tattoo is in the damn video. So he like, you cannot tell me this is old because I was with you when you got this tattoo. This is a brand new fucking tattoo. So what the fuck is this? Like, if 2 + 2 is 4, what the fuck is this? So I was just, I just instantly start crying. I don't know what else to do. I instantly start boohoo crying. I get up. I just start packing my shit. Because I just go back home. Like, I don't have no excuse. I don't have no rhyme. I don't have no reason. I do not have nothing to say. The only thing I can say is boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And I'm just about to start packing. So while I'm packing, Drew is like, let me see your phone. Let me go through your phone. Let me see your phone. And this is when they had the thumbprint or the fingerprint on the iPhone. So I'm like, my fingerprint doesn't work. Like, my home button not working. So I actually had to type in the password. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. He like, unlock the phone. Unlock the phone. Like, we wrestling in the closet over the phone because I'm not unlocking the phone. I'm laying down on top of the phone. Like, the phone on my stomach. I'm laying on my stomach. I'm like, I'm not unlocking this fucking phone. Part 4. So we wrestling over the phone. Finally, like, I just let him know, like, I'm not gonna unlock my phone. I'm moving out, like, I'm packing my stuff up so I can move out. But he was a little more upset that I was moving out more so than the cheating. So, fast.
I'm just gonna say it right now. We need to say a prayer for brother Drew. At this point, Drew, I'm on your side, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see how anybody's taking her side up until this point. This is all wrong. This is all wrong. I'm not seeing nothing wrong with Drew so far. So what? Drew's emotional. You want to be so dominant, then why are you in a relationship? Just go be single. Like, damn. And I don't even do these type of takes, but I really just hate it when somebody is getting like the short end of the stick. Like, if you don't want to be in a relationship, go be single. Because these type of mentality in women, like, if you just traumatized and hurt, then it's always, and this is how she reflecting on it now. It'd be different if I don't know how old she is today, but it'd be a completely different reaction from me if her reflection on those behaviors was more like, I made a mistake. But it's more like she's justifying it by saying, like, well, he was a punk. He cried all the time. Like, what you want somebody who's gonna just be not crying and angry all the time and batting you all around the house? Let's be for real. Like, you sound like you want to do like that. You say your baby daddy wasn't nothing, but you're sleeping with him. Don't piss me off.
Fast forward, I move out, but we're dealing with each other. Like, I'm still spending the night over there, even though my name is on the lease of that apartment. I was still spending the night. I was still going over and seeing him. One day he needed to borrow some money from me, which I didn't mind, like a couple of dollars. He asked for a specific amount, and I agreed to that specific amount. When I went to go pay a bill with my card, I couldn't pay my bill because I didn't have enough money because he had went over what he asked me to use. I start snapping instantly because I don't mind anybody doing something. I could have did a payment plan on my bills or something. You don't know what I had to do with my money before you just went ahead and spent whatever you wanted to spend when you asked me for a specific amount. And I couldn't take the cash off or nothing because I was at work. So I just was like, here, you could come get my card. I was watching elderly people at the time. I was a patient care assistant. So it's not like I could have just left and went and got cash. So I'm like, yeah, you can come get my card. So the next morning after I snapped on him, I had to be to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. At 5 o'clock, I start calling. I called this man over 50 times. He did not answer the phone. He did not come and pick me up for work. I wound up having to be late for work or whatever because I rode the bus. I didn't have a car back then. Like, me and my son, I was putting my son on the bus and getting him where he needed to be and getting myself where I needed to be. So I got on the bus. I went to work. That was like our breaking point right there. That's when we really broke up. So that was in like fucking October because it was homecoming season then. That was in like October of 2016. Me and him start dealing with each other again in February of 2016 because my grandma had a birthday party. And my family invited this nigga to the damn party. And he showed up. So he showed up. We get to talking. We get to rekindling stuff. We start back talking. I bought a car. Okay, so I bought a car. His birthday was in March. I bought a car. I planned out this big trip. I bought him some shoes. I got him like gifts or whatever. You feel me? Like I got him a Louis V shirt. I got him some, like when Pharrell had them Adidas or whatever. Those human shit. Like y'all know what Adidas I'm talking about. And I got him some Jordans. I booked him and me in a hotel in Jacksonville. And I was going to take him to Jacksonville. And we was going to go to like Dave & Buster's. We was just going to, have fun or whatever in Jacksonville. We on the way to Jacksonville in my car. The car that I just bought. This motherfucker don't even see that my gas light has been on for I don't know how long. My car starts slowing down. I'm like, damn, we done ran out of gas. Whole time this nigga has blown a whole fucking gasket. Like my whole engine just went out in my car. 11 miles outside of Jacksonville. My insurance didn't cover the whole tow back to where I live. So I had to come out of pocket. And that was like it was like $500 for me to tow my car back home. That was all the money I had to like spend in Jacksonville for him and his birthday. So we wound up getting back in his car and driving back to Jacksonville. And he wound up having to, spend money for his birthday. But he didn't want to let the hotel go to waste. After that, like, I am out with my cousin. I'm thinking we back cool. Like we good. We back together or whatever. I'm out with my cousin downtown. And my cousin was like, hey, isn't that Drew? And we see Drew walking down the damn street hand in hand with a girl. So I was like, yeah. So mind you, Drew sees me. I see him. I don't say anything. We looking each other in the eye. He keep walking. My cousin say, oh, fuck no. Hey, Drew. Hey, Drew. So that's when he turned around and started laughing. Was like, hey, y'all, hey. The girl kind of looked uncomfortable, but. So, after that happened, he blocked me on all social media. He blocked my phone number. And then when I told him, like, bitch, you blocked me on everything. When I had to call off my cousin because you tried to lie to me and tell me that you didn't. He was like, oh, I don't know how all of that happened. You don't know how you blocked me on your phone. You don't know how you blocked me on your Snap. You don't know how you blocked me on Insta. Like, you blocked me on everything. You don't know how you did that. So we stopped.
I don't know how he did it, but I know why he did it.
It was over. It was done with. He was like, the reason that he couldn't come back to me was because I demasculated him. I didn't treat him like a man. I didn't talk to him like a man. I treated him like a bank. And I had to take accountability for what I did. And I had to live in it, which I did. Fast forward till September of 2017. September 2017 is my goddaughter's first birthday. He is considered the godfather off the strength that he was with me when I was made the godmother. So now he considers himself to be the godfather. I am 2 hours late to the party because I had to work with my best friend at the time. She was very understanding of that. I got off work. I went and picked up my son, which is also her godson, and I took him to the party. While I'm at the party, Drew is holding my goddaughter the whole time. He will not give me the baby. He won't let me see the baby. He won't let me talk to the baby. So I had her mama go get her from him and give her to me. After all of this the ordeal happens with the baby, he's like, I need to talk to you. And he pulled me to the side. So I'm like, what's up? He's like, oh, you're a liar. You're a liar. All you do is lie. I'm like, what did I lie about? You feel me? Like, what am I lying about? Oh, you told me this and you told me that. And I'm just like, sir, you talking about niggas? And me and you don't even talk to each other no more. It's been months since me and you talk. So what the fuck is the problem? Like, what is your issue? So I'm like, part 6. So, make a long story short, my goddaughter party was at Chuck E. Cheese and the hoe tried to fight me. He literally tried to square up with me at Chuck E. Cheese because I did not want to continue the conversation about me being a liar over some shit that I had no idea I was lying about. Like, I had no idea what he was talking about. But he tried to fight me. Full on fist fight. Because I cheated on him. He was hurt that I cheated on him. You hurt. So now you're trying to fight me in Chuck E. Cheese. This is September of 2017. It is now fucking June of 2025, and I have not seen him since that day. I have not seen him. Just recently, like last year, we started speaking to each other cordially, but we're not cool, we're not friends, we don't speak, we don't do anything, y'all. I do not have any benefits, and the reason being is because I am originally from New York City. My grandmother, who I've always lived with, she lost my original birth certificate that had the seal on it, and the army did not want to take the copy of my birth certificate that I had, and my passport had expired at the time. So I could not get any benefits because I could not register, like get a military ID, because I could not prove that I was a citizen. So I don't get any benefits from him. I don't have any money from him. He claims he's no longer in the military, but y'all, I know exactly where he is. He isn't like ghost. He hasn't just not spoken to me or whatever. I physically have not seen this man since 2017. And he refuses to divorce me. I feel like if you make all this money from the military, or you was making that money, you could have been paid for a divorce. You just do not want to divorce me. He stopped my OnlyFans page. He pays for nude pictures. He pays for videos. He pays for stuff now. And that's it. Let's get some stuff together. Point number 1. I was not pregnant when I started dating my husband. I gave birth in 2014. I did not meet my husband until January 2016. Point number 2. I did not talk to any person that any of my friends have ever spoken to in life. My best friend, the father of her child, and my husband at the time were best friends. How do I know they're no longer best friends? They stopped being friends while me and the boy was still together. That's how I know. Why are me and the girl not friends? That's a whole nother story, okay? It is what it is. We're just no longer friends, and they're no longer friends. The father of her kids may still communicate with him, but from what I have heard from my husband's mouth, no, they do not communicate, okay? Number 3, my husband did not disappear. He got deployed in 2017. He got deployed at the end of 2017 after he tried to fight me at the Chuck E. Cheese. I have not seen him since he deployed. He has not come back to Georgia since then, and if he has not allowed me to know or to see him. I did not have his phone number until 2022. After he deployed, I'm guessing he changed his number or whatever. Me and him blocked each other on all type of social media and on the phone, okay? In 2022, he found me on social media again, and he decided that he would contact me some fake stuff, like he just contacted me. Since 2022, I have been in communication with him at least once a year. This year, I have spoken to him at least 3 times, including yesterday when he called about the post, okay? Yes, I have even called the court in his state, because he told me multiple times that he has started divorce proceedings, and I'm the one that's holding him up. So I called the courthouse in his state. Yes, divorce proceedings were started. Yes, I did have a court date, and I was unaware of it. He did not tell me that we had a court date for the divorce, nor did he show up to court. So yes, we are still married. He could have divorced me last year or 2023. That's when I think that happened. Not last year. 2023 is when that court thing happened. And I called last year, and they said that it had to be restarted because neither one of us showed up to court. Why he did not show up to court, I do not know. I never asked, and I do not give a fuck. I just know that he did not go, and I did not know about it. He has not restarted divorce proceedings since then. Okay? He does not talk about divorce when he calls me. He talks about sex. He talks about fucking, and I give him a price, and that's that. But I have not seen him since 2017. So I couldn't even sell him pussy if he wanted to buy none. You feel me? Like, this is just conversations that we have. But I physically have not seen him since 2017, and I can probably count on one hand how many times I have spoken to him since 2022. And that's it. One other thing, me and him did get back together after I cheated on him. I cheated on him in, I think, July of 2016. We broke up in September of 2016. And then I got back with him in February of 2017, when my people invited him to my grandma's birthday party. That's when me and him got back together. His birthday is not till the end of March. So me and him were together then, because I was taking him out of town for his birthday. I bought him gifts, and I was taking him out of town. My car had broke down. So he didn't just up and disappear because of my infidelity. I did go down to the base with him to get benefits with him. That's how he got BAH. That's how they know he was married. He had to go and put me down on his paperwork. I just do not get any personal benefits for me or my child because I was born in New York City. I was not born in Georgia. My grandma lost my original birth certificate, and I only had copies, and the Army did not want to take a copy. I had to have one with a seal at the bottom, original document, and I didn't have one or a current passport at the time. And we were broken up. We were broken up when he went to add me to his benefits. So honestly, I did not give a fuck because I thought in my head that he would divorce me. That we would get a divorce because he was dating someone else and I was dating someone else. So I just figured there's no reason for me to keep fighting for benefits when a nigga finna be deployed, for one, and for two, we're not together. He about to divorce me. So that's why I did not fight for benefits, and I have not fought for benefits. I also have not fought for benefits because dude is no longer in the Army. And to be honest, I don't want to do all of that with him. I really just want a divorce. That's it. That's all. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. If that comes to me, thank you, Lord, because I know I cheated on him. I know I'm the one who fucked up the relationship. I know that I'm really the problem, or I was the problem back then. So I never fought him for the money shit. I just want the divorce, and that's it.
We need to take a little second, Messy family, to just collect yourself. I know y'all probably got a lot to say. About what y'all just heard. Now listen, I want to say this. This is not to disrespect the creator and to say Dirty Dan is a bad person and she should have never did X, Y, and Z. It's just to express you put it out there for us to consume, and this is what we get from it. This is what I got from it. The reason why he don't want to divorce you is because he want to keep those government benefits. Now, I don't know why people in the comment section are telling this lady to go file for abandonment because he abandoned her. That just tells me y'all didn't watch the whole video. Because she just clearly admitted that she cheated on him and that she was having infidelity while they were married. So that makes sense to why he abandoned her. She just told him she's a serial cheater. Now, all that OnlyFans and selling cat, that just plays into characteristics that I was wondering from the jump. Now, it sounds like Drew a good man. Let's be for real. Drew ain't do nothing wrong. Drew spotted some bullshit and decided he ain't want no parts of that. They got together within 6 months for beneficial reasons. The reason why he did not divorce her is because he's still receiving those married benefits from the government. She's mad that he's not helping, but I don't know, maybe I missed something, but I heard her say that he just be buying some videos and some pictures. Her pictures, her videos that she puts on OnlyFans. Now, y'all, can we all keep in mind that they don't have any kids together? All they are is just married. So why do he even owe her any explanation of when he's in town or when he, like, she just feels so entitled to say, oh, that's technically, I'm the godmother. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just being honest with you. Don't let these titles get your ass put into something you ain't gonna be able to get out of. A blender. Because just because you my wife don't mean you got access to everything. You know, I mean, technically it do, but y'all separated. And by law, you're legally separated. As soon as he started getting address mail somewhere else and you started getting mail somewhere else, you two technically were legally separated. So when y'all go to court for that divorce, they're not gonna count the time since y'all been together. They're gonna count the time since y'all actually split. And I know this personally because I've been through divorce. I know, young guy. I got married at 21, got divorced at 25, so I know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. And I understand how long that process can take. Then she also said she didn't have a birth certificate. Now, I don't know. I live in Ohio, y'all. Birth certificates only $25, and they come with the seal. You go straight down to the little office, right? Go down to your little birth certificate office. It's quick, too. You give them $25. They print off your birth certificate with the seal on it, and now you got the original copy. You can't blame your grandma for that. But anyways, if y'all want more updates on this situation, go follow Dirty Dan on TikTok. I will tag her. I have tagged her throughout the video so y'all can... But anyways, Messy family, I appreciate you guys. If you watched the video to the end, let me know in the comment section. Peace, love. I will see you guys in the next video.